All right. Listen, there's my quick thoughts on the whole Chris Rock Will Smith. I initially I'm like, okay, yeah, I didn't hear a smack. I didn't hear it connect. But and I understand they're both actors. I know Will Smith did more acting than Chris Rock, but the way Chris Rock acted, it's like he knew his place. I don't see Chris Rock, even if he wasn't rich. I don't see him as a fighter. Just how he is. Just like like most comedians, they even say the way they got out of fights, they'd rather try to laugh their way out of it versus fighting. So people would say, why didn't he square up? He's a comedian. I mean, even people who are naturally funny, they try to laugh their way out of the situation versus actually confrontation. Now, it's the initially, like I said, initially, I'm like, damn, did this really happen? I thought this was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I wasn't watching the Oscars. I was at work. I didn't even know Rock had came back to host it, or what? I mean, whatever the fuck he was doing. I mean, I thought didn't he have three women on top of that? But anyway, it's a lot of shit. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, did something happen last night somewhere else, and this is just some big distraction, because that does happen. They'll go ahead and have everybody talk. It's like the whole magician, where you're looking at this hand while the right hand's actually doing the trick and hiding the quarter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole it's called miss I'm forgetting the term right now, but it's called this. But drawing a blank right here. But initially, I'm thinking it's real. I'm thinking that he just got pissed the fuck off. And I have, yeah, you say, yeah, he shouldn't have laid hands on him, but I get it. I'm from West. Listen, I'm not saying I'm from the streets or nothing, but when I heard when Fresh Prince came out, it was like West Philadelphia, born and raised. Like I was born there. I'm kid number five. Like by kid number six, we had to move. The house was getting a little crowded. We moved to Jersey. Um, West Philadelphia at that time was getting kind of crazy. It's a little better now. Like West Philadelphia, around the early '80s, and I think believe that's right around crack was moving in and all that other stuff. Things was getting kind of crazy. Parents had to my parents had to roll out. But I my point is, I like, okay, West Philadelphia. Like this is like, I'm quite sure there's other stars or celebrities from West Philadelphia, but there's none more prominent. It's inside a fucking theme song, a theme rap song, and it's not just a theme song. It can be, it's a song that was played on the radio too. There's a full version. You can pull it up on YouTube right now. There's a full version of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's not just, it's a full like almost 4 minute fucking song. You know, my point is like, yeah, yes, Will Smith. I fucks with him. You know what I'm saying? I even like how Wild, I know Wild Wild West was kind of was a little slightly different from the series. 'Cause I was watching the series before I even actually saw the movie, but I know what the original series was. It was slightly different. I still fucks with the Wild Wild West movie. Meaning, I was not just a. I mean, I was a fan of his work. I was a fan of Will Smith's work, and yeah, I'm thinking it was real. I'm thinking he got pissed the fuck off. I think Chris Rock. It's not just him. I hate Chris Rock is a. This is just personal opinion. Chris Rock has had just going by his specials that were out at the time. You know, Bigger and Blacker, that whole era, back to back to back consecutively. He was putting out really funny shit. Dave Chappelle, still think he's funny. I fucks with him. But a lot of his last four things was like hit or miss. I mean, Sticks and Stones, yes. You know, his last one, I don't know. It's like iffy there. My, um, my point is, I put Chris Rock up there above Chappelle, just slightly. This guy that's going by his body of work, and knowing that he is funny, he's accomplished. I'm saying this to say that he can do better than just going. Like, I know it was on the fly, but talking about somebody's looks, I hate that. That's low hanging fruit. Kids in the playground can go ahead and tease somebody about their looks and get a laugh. You know what I'm saying? I like jokes that are good and structured. You know, things that like make you think about things a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I didn't think about it like that, and it's funny and it's true. Get what I'm saying? And I get what it was on the fly. Oh, G.I. Jane, #2. But she's suffering, first of all. Things are never going to be equal between men and women. Men and women. It will never be. It's absolutely, you know, if you don't get that, I'm fucking feel sorry for your monkey ass. I'm sorry for it. But it's never going to be equal, all right? So, that being said, a female making fun of a man's baldness, whatever. Yeah, he's a man. He's supposed to have thicker skin. Okay? Now, black woman or white woman? Woman, period. A woman going through losing her hair, alopecia. I didn't even know that's what was going on with her. No lie. The first time I seen Jada Pinkett was on A Different World. I always had a fondness for women. Period. Just whatever, black, white. I always had a fondness for women who had hair. You know, whether it was cornrow, braided, whatever. I always liked hair. Jada was the first one that I last saw when she was on A Different World. I was like, damn. Yeah, I'm like what 9 years old. I'm like, damn, she look, you know. I mean, you know, interested, you know what I'm saying. Like, damn, she look good. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always fine with long hair. I'm going by what my mother. She had long braided hair. You know what I'm saying? Sisters, you go by what what you used to see in women. I had nobody around me in my personal life who had short hair like that, and I seen her. I'm like, damn. And so she's pulling it off. The fact that she has alopecia, she looks good with it. Certain women do not. Hell, certain men don't look good bald. Okay, let's just you want to go ahead and just see, or you saying it because it's a woman? No, certain men don't look bald. LL Cool J still look weird. It still is kind of hard to swallow. You get used to it. When you see his big, butterbean head he has, you like, all right, you get over it a little. You don't see it, but CIS was it? Not Miami, but LA. Like, I mean, yeah, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had the Kango. He was losing his hair. He always had his Kango on, and then went when it evolved to the baseball cap. But I get it. Everybody cannot pull that off, men or women. And it is more acceptable around men. I get that. Like I said, things are not going to be equal. But she is one of the women that can pull it off. She looks good with it. But I understand it. That joke came out of nowhere. She was pissed off. Will looked at her. It fucked him up, and I get that. If it was all real, if it was real, I can get going ahead and going off. He smacked because apparently, going by his book, what I've heard other people mention is, Will Smith witnessed his mother being beaten by his father, and he felt like a coward that he didn't do anything. And must have been and snapped. This is one of the things that snapped. I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna do what I did as a kid. I'm a grown ass fucking man. I'm gonna smack this motherfucker. If it all went down the way it goes down, it went down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it was real. And that's my initial thoughts. Yeah, she's suffering from alopecia. Will Smith had some shit that as a kid that didn't sit right. Still doesn't sit right. He like, well, fuck it. I'm not gonna let this go down like the way I let it go down. Like, I should have did something. Even though I'm a kid, I should have did something. That's how he feels. Hindsight's a motherfucker. Hindsight's 2020, 2020, and 2020, 2020, 2020. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he couldn't deal with that shit. He's like, well, I'm gonna smack the fuck out this motherfucker. If it went down the way it went down, if it wasn't some sort of setup. Now, if it was some sort of setup, I mean, first of all, Will Smith really ain't got a goddamn thing to lose. And then what? And then Chris Rock. I mean, yeah, he looks kind of like a bitch, but he's a comedian. There's not too many comedians who are, and throughout history, don't go fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying? It's from Richard Pryor to from Richard to Eddie to motherfucking Bob Hope. Like the fucking Jerry Lewis is like it's not that many times where he, like they threw down with an audience member. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure he had some bullshit ass audience members at the heck of them. It's no, they didn't go stage diving into the crowd like motherfucker. You said what? No, they didn't. They're not. They laughed their way out of it and they fucking clown that motherfucker and keep it moving. So I get that. So those are my initial thoughts. If I have any more to add to it, I'll make another video. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Whether you think it was some sort of setup. I think it connected. You know, you heard yeah. People say he just hit the mic. There's been every smack doesn't echo. It does go. It does go. And I mean, and I know his voice carried a lot. But flesh on flesh doesn't necessarily will carry in a place that size either. So I think it was real. I think he really did hit him. I think Chris Rock can take a punch really well. And I know he probably had to. I mean, if going by if his TV show, and I wasn't a big fan of it, but I caught a few episodes. If things really went down that bad, he probably did get his ass handed to him a few times. He probably can take a beating a little bit, especially damage to the face. He probably is like, oh shit, there ain't nothing. It's like motherfucking raindrops hitting my face, raindrops keep falling on my head. This ain't shit, nigga. Go ahead. What else you got to smack? You should have balled your fist up. That's the only. I think it was calculated. If this was real, it's like, oh look, I'm just gonna smack this motherfucker because Will Smith could have easily had balled that motherfucker up. He could have. He trained a little bit when he was doing the boxing movie when he was doing the Muhammad Ali movie. We did some amateur training. He got into fighting shape. I just he was hitting the bags. I know that was about a decade and a half ago, but he still had to have that training. He got him in shape. He was already in shape, but he got some size and some muscle to him. You know what I'm saying? So he had some. He let when you watch the video, he put his shoulder into it. He got him. He got him pretty fucking good. But yeah. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about that.